Alright, so I've seen Wicked, and this is the adaptation of the popular Broadway musical, and this is the origin story of Glinda and the Wicked Witch, and also before Dorothy landed in Oz, even on top of with the storytelling, what they wanted to bring to the big screen. And let me just say, I think this is one of the most beautiful and stunning adaptations I've ever seen put to film, and that's what I'm going to talk about right here. And this will be my full non-spoiler review for the movie, go over what I liked, and it's especially with the callbacks, and it's just something that I really want to dive into, and that I really enjoy and adore from the performances, and so much more to talk about. And so if you're new, then be sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you don't miss out on any future videos. But now, let's talk about it. And now, for a movie like Wicked, and this is the Broadway musical, and this is like the movie that is adapting from that. But even that we've seen movie musicals before being adapted onto the big screen to witness all the musical numbers, to the amazing performances, and so some of them actually end up being good. And trust me, I like them. And even going into this movie, I kind of felt like, yeah, this is like definitely like the adaptation of what Universal wanted to bring to the table, and especially for the creative ideas for the concept of what they want to execute, especially with the characters and what their meaningful purpose was that was served. And trust me, I think it was so good as well, because especially if you know the main premise, if you've seen the play. And honestly, for me, I've never seen the play, but I think I might watch like a snippet before going to my screening. But I know about the story of the Wizard of Oz, and this is the origin story before Dorothy landed in Oz. It's about Glinda and the Wicked Witch of the West. Even with Alphaba, who becomes the Wicked Witch in this film, I feel like her origin story is told extremely well, and it is brilliantly beautiful, and is so well done, especially for where she comes from, why she is like this, and why people fear her and they are so afraid of her. But even with the chemistry between her and Glinda, and their on-screen chemistry is truly like the best stuff that I've ever seen. It is so beautiful just to watch these two interact, or seeing musical numbers with each other, and it's just like from the play. And that's what I think fans, general viewers, will really adore about this film. And you know, I've seen the Wizard of Oz countless times growing up, and just to see that origin story unfolded, and even for the set pieces, and what I really admire about it is that it really took its time to really make it a movie musical. And even though I enjoyed Ariana Grande as Glinda, and especially as like she's like stunning and so beautiful all throughout this movie, and there's like musical numbers, like especially from Glinda. There are musical numbers inside and out, but it's just the brilliantly storytelling that it will really dive deep into this world of Oz, especially for what John M. Cho wanted to bring to the screen, especially with his ideas and his direction as a director. I can tell he did a brilliant job of bringing this world to life, especially coming out of a Broadway musical, but now being adapted into movie format. I think he did a really good job at like establishing what we need to know about these characters, of what they are going through, and especially, and I feel like this is like exactly how the play turned out, except that this is like part one, and they really show you that, like especially towards the end, which I'm gonna get to, I think, at the very end. But I just like I definitely enjoyed it for what this movie brings you, like so much emotions, so much stuff that they could ever dream of, especially if you are a diehard fan of Wicked and the Broadway musical itself. And trust me, there are so many callbacks and like Easter eggs, and trust me, I had like the biggest smile on my face, like especially like for like, you know, the set pieces, and obviously to the callbacks as well. But with these two on screen, like performing their songs and just forming a friendship together, it is so beautifully well done. And I mean, I could go on and on, but I think this is something that you should definitely try to check out on the big screen. And plus, even though that this is part one, I can't wait to see for what part two unfolds. And now, like, yeah, this is like a very long movie. It's definitely like fast paced, and like it really gets you into the story, and it's really told like brilliantly in a way that I have never seen before, especially for a movie musical like this. and this is something that I really had a fun time with, and like especially like I think there's like a good score and like man, like just like awesome musical numbers, and that will like definitely make you recognize the soundtrack from the play. But it is definitely the good aesthetics, and just with the good stuff that reminds you of the world, especially with Wicked. And oh god, on top of that, with I think Jonathan Bailey, I mean he crushed his performance because he definitely has a number, and along with everyone else's, especially with Jeff Goldblum as the wizard, and I feel like he portrayed this role so well. I mean, I gotta give a bravo to him because even with him like playing the Wizard of Oz, especially being in control of the Emerald City, and I feel like he definitely crushed one out of the park. Plus, I mean, as I said, they're like fantastic performances. It inside out, but especially like with the Wizard of Oz, for the way that film like captured it in Technicolor, especially with the Emerald City, and that movie still holds up. It's so beautiful, but like especially like I think in the opening minutes of the movie, it perfectly establishes, you know, especially if you've seen the movie, like it definitely establishes what you need to know. And I just like every single minute of it. Not like a moment it is wasted. Not like it's not like a dud or like there's no real flaws. But I just definitely enjoy everything that I have ever witnessed on screen. Like that there's like a nonstop action of like beautiful songs, and that would definitely get you to want to dance. Anyways, I really enjoy this film, and there's like so much stuff to go around, and it's everything that you ever want. And a few things I want to point out what I truly admire about this film, and with the theme and tone that it takes, it's just like brilliantly, it's so beautiful, like, and for the way that it is crafted to match the elements of the Broadway musical. Like I'm pretty sure like all of the stuff that is from the play, they're really adapted well, and especially like this movie is split in two parts, with I mean part 1 and part 2 coming out next year. Plus of having like if they were to rush everything, but I feel like the movie does its job by adapting every single element, not missing a beat or having a piece missing. But no, like this is like something that I think like if you are a fan of like theater or like anything of musicals, especially if you've been seeing like Broadway plays, but I think that this movie definitely is for you. And I for one enjoyed the heck out of this movie, and I think that there'll be a ton of conversation generated from this movie. I think it's guaranteed to win big at the box office. From what I've seen, I think like this movie is gonna get a ton of praise, and I definitely praise like the actors, the brilliant performances, the musical numbers. I feel like there's such good choreography, and I feel like wow, this is such like a like I don't want to say if it's like a masterpiece. Like I just want to say it's a beautifully well done, crafted movie, and it's stunning. It's visually fantastic, and even from a standpoint of me as like an general viewer, I feel like this did the play just right. It brought it justice, and I can't wait to see for what part 2 unfolds. And yeah, so for my final thoughts to wrap this up, I really enjoyed Wicked. I really enjoyed this play adaptation, and this is an example of what an adaptation looks like, because it really dives into themes and tones, and so especially with friendship, and for what it's like to be different, and just having your chance to fly. And that's what this movie represents with its themes, and especially with Glinda, Alphabaya, the Wicked Witch. But towards the end, I feel like I need part 2 right now, because I mean, I like towards the end, it delivers a banger musical number. I totally gave me chills. I had like, a smile on my face by the time the credits roll. But it's just like a really exciting movie, and I think it's one that you should definitely check out on the big screen. But that's gonna do it for this video. Just let me know in the comments below, and if you've seen Wicked, or if you're planning to see it, just let me know in the comments below. And how would you rate out this movie? 1 out of 10. I'm curious to hear your thoughts. Leave your opinions in the comments below. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe and turn on notifications for future videos. Also follow all my social medias over to link down below. And with that, I'll see y'all in the next video. Peace.